as we speak here at the home of the Crimson Tide, Coleman Coliseum. Our officials for tonight's game, another veteran crew working this one, as we'll have Terry Oglesby as our lead official. Todd Austin and Patrick Evans round out the crew working this matchup between the 22nd ranked Crimson Tide and the Bulldogs, who come in again with a respectable 14-7 record. Bama at 15-6. They are 3-5 in the league, but very close in several of those losses, and gave Alabama all they wanted and then some the first matchup in Starkville earlier this year. The Bulldogs wearing the road maroon, Bama the home white. It'll be Grant Nelson who will jump center for Alabama. Tolu Smith will handle that responsibility for the Bulldogs. The veteran Terry Oglesby strides to center court. He'll step between the two big men. The ball goes in the air, and the tap is controlled in the backcourt to our right by the Crimson Tide. Mark Sears bringing it front court now to our left. Gives it off to Reitzel, now to Estrada on the right wing. Aaron looking to the high post, nothing there as he tried to get it to Nelson, has to flip it to him outside between the circles. Shot clock under 15, Griffin with it, left wing, three bottom, and a great start for the Tide.
Huge mistake by the Mississippi State Bulldogs to start the game. He's wide open, and he just knocks it down.
Here comes Hubbard the other way for the Bulldogs. Flips it over onto the far wing to Jeffries. Jeffries playing off the screen from Smith, gets it into the paint, stops, looks, bounce pass to Smith, left block, spins to his left, nothing there, goes left again, reverse layup, got it to go, a tough move, but used the rim to protect the shot blocker.
Yeah, as the game goes forward, they're going to have to try to figure out what to do with Tolu Smith. Are you going to try to guard him one-on-one, or are you going to send somebody down there to help out defensively?
Here's Estrada the other way, swings it outside to Reitzel, fakes the three, finds Griffin, left of the circle, three again, too strong this time. Rebound, though, comes to Reitzel, and Bama gets a reset to 20 on the shot clock. Reitzel takes it himself to the wing, to the top of the arc. Nelson. Grant thought about it, dribbles right, flips it back to Luttrell. Deep three, right wing, short. Rebound controlled by Mississippi State. Dogs looking to take their first lead. It's 3-2 Bama at the moment with 18:40 to go first half. Right of the circle on the drive. Moore swings it all the way back left wing to Jeffries. They'll dump it down low to Smith. Driving left side to the baseline. Reverse layup again. Short this time. Rebound snatched by Nelson. Here comes Bama the other way. Nelson into the front court. Working to his right, hands it off to Sears. Mark goes back right side to Estrada. Estrada trying to drive past Matthews, gets cut off to Nelson. Top of the arc, three ball, that's no good. And the rebound controlled by State, but then poked away and stolen. Reitzel, three, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped into the air and controlled by Jeffries of Mississippi State.
Mississippi State's done a great job on the glass. They blocked out well and
able to get a couple of boards right now. Alabama 2 rebounds, State with 3. Here's Smith working top of the arc, gives it off to Matthews, driving into the paint, stops on the left block. Shot clock under 6. It's now at 5. He works it outside to Hubbard, fakes a 3, drives in high off the glass, got it to go. A beautiful move to give State the 4-3 advantage. 17:35 and ticking. Time left first half. Here is Sears with the basketball, up top to Nelson, back to Sears. Stops, changes direction, goes to his right, hands it off to Griffin. Ryland spinning, shooting, little baby hook off the glass and in for 2, and Bama goes back up 5-4. Quickly, here's Moore the other way for Mississippi State to Matthews. Now to Jeffries' left side, finally into the hands of Hubbard. Hubbard working against Reitzel, brings it back out high. Picks up the dribble, flips it over on the wing to Hubbard. Working against Griffin from there. He'll play off of a screen from Smith, double team. He'll dump it down to Tolu on the baseline. 8 to shoot. Smith trying to back his way down on Nelson. Spins to his left, lays it up and in with the left hand.
Yeah, obviously giving the focus of getting the ball inside to Tolu Smith, and he's delivered for him so far.
6-5, Bulldogs to the lead. Smith with 4 of those. Bama whips a pass down low. Sears batted it to keep it alive and got it in the hands of Reitzel in the right corner. He'll drive underneath the basket, flips it in the corner to Griffin. Ryland trying to drive, kicks it out to Sears. Great give back to Griffin. 3 ball, strong, and the rebound controlled by Smith for Mississippi State. Bama some good looks, but they made only 1 of 6 after knocking down the first 3-point attempt of the ball game for Alabama. Here's Moore with the basketball, working it left of the circle, gives it off once more to Hubbard. Hubbard playing to his left, nothing there. Goes to his right, gives it off to Jeffries. Again, under 10 on the shot clock. It's at 6, it's at 5. Hubbard stepping through, and they're going to call a foul on Ryland Griffin as he drew him into the air. Nate Oates not happy with the call from Todd Austin, as State will have 2 shots upcoming. 16:07 to go first half. and State leading Bama 6-5.
I would probably question that call as well. He got him up in the air, and then he actually initiated the contact. So I think that probably should have been a no call.
Shot it smooth and then flailed his hands in the air, as many players do. Bama guys as well, but got the call, as Hubbard will shoot the first of 2, and he'll knock that one down. Hubbard makes it a 7-5 Bulldog advantage. Hubbard 5'10", 190, the freshman out of Madison, Mississippi. Spins the basketball, bounces it once, free throw up and good. And State will quickly make a change, getting him out of the game, and get Deshaun Davis in, the 6'2 grad transfer from Oregon State. He's 190 pounds and a native of the Bronx, New York.
For a freshman, Hubbard is a really creative scorer. He really knows how to score, and he scores in a lot of different ways. 4,000-point score as a freshman, 4,000-point score in high school.
Here's Bama with it the other way. Nelson with it on the right wing. Left alone, 3, in and out, no good. And the rebound tipped and then knocked away, by Estrada. But they say that he had not established position back in bounds when he touched the basketball. Good call there from Todd Austin. Bama fans upset because they thought a foul had been called. Not the case. It's just State basketball when we return.
54-42. You can keep up with everything Alabama.
Wait a minute. Most importantly, Sarah dropped 18
Sarah
for a game
was the
high.
Leading scorer, by goodness.
Brian Passing's daughter scored 18 tonight. That's the lead. So there you go. I
was being a team guy. But yes, congratulations to Brian and Sarah. And you can keep up with everything Alabama with the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app presented by Canaan's Bank. Download it now for free at the App Store and Google Play. We have a head coach with us. What are you seeing, Coach Hobbs?
Right now, I think that Mississippi State's doing a really good job of controlling the tempo. They've taken away transition opportunities. They've rebounded the ball well, and they've taken their time on offense with an emphasis on getting the ball to the inside.
Missed shots hurted the Tide. They made their first. They have missed their last 6 and trail by a score of 8-5. And now a couple of changes for Nate Oates. Muhammad Wagee will check in along with Jaron Stevenson, and Sam Walters joining Latrell Reitzel and Mark Sears. Bulldogs have it in the front court. It'll be Davis giving up. Now onto the right circle, it's Moore. Back to Davis again. Knocked away, stolen. Wagee to the rack for the flush. Muhammad Wagee, a great steal. Anticipated the pass and got the finish.
Great anticipation. They telegraphed the pass, and he just took it away.
Alabama 2-1, 8-7 Bulldogs. Here's Matthews, a dribble to his right. Picks it up, throws into the low post to Smith. Smith trying to back his way down. Defended by Wagee. Poked away by Muhammad. Here comes Bama the other way. We got numbers. Sears front court. Sears kicking it right side over to Walters. In the corner. Stevenson, 3, bottom. And Coach, the freshman, is growing up.
Great ball movement. Great ball movement.
Here
Good finish.
Alabama with a lead, 10-8. Bulldogs working it around the horn. Far corner they go to Jeffries. He'll dribble it to the wing. Working against Walters. He'll flip it now to Moore, top of the arc, who goes left side. Cut off by Wagee, and Muhammad is called for the foul. Big fella couldn't quite get the brakes to work on that 18-wheeler, Coach. He just kept moving and picked up the foul.
I tell you, he's shown great energy so far, though. He's done a lot of help defensive situations, and he's very active.
State will inbound it for the baseline to the left of their own bucket. They get it into Jeffries, who nearly lost the handle, but tracked it back down as Walters defends. He almost went back court, but Jeffries will flip it over to Matthews now. Matthews going down the lane, puts up the runner. It's blocked. They're going to call basket interference, so it'll be an and-one opportunity. The foul is going to be on Sam Walters. Muhammad Wagee coming over to try to help. Slapped it after it had hit the backboard. That's basket interference, and that will give State a chance for a three-point play. They are going to go to the monitor and look at this. So, a little surprised. If even I see it, I'm shocked they had to look at it, and they did indeed count the basket.
That's all they do anymore. I mean, you know, every time they turn around, they go to the monitor. It looks like Mississippi State is trying to attack Walters on the dribble.
He's a freshman down near Jacksonville at the Villages, Florida. And a great shooter, but still trying to get it all figured out on the defensive end. Great size, though.
Yep.
At 6 feet, 9 inches. 6'10", actually. As the and one is missed by Matthews. And the rebound by Walters. And here comes Bama the other way with Reitzel. 10-10 our score. 14:27 and moving time left in the opening half from Tuscaloosa. Stevenson left of the circle. A dribble to his right. Skip pass goes over to Sears on the wing. Sears looking, finds Wagee at the elbow. Gets into the paint, kicks into the corner. Reitzel, a bounce pass inside. Wagee lays it in. Muhammad, a nice start on both ends of the floor. State the other way. They'll get it front court with Davis. Davis looking, gives it up to Jones. Jones double team, stops, kicks it on the near side to Moore. He'll drive to the baseline, cut off there. He'll work it back out to Davis. Davis playing off of a screen, works out high, reverses back to the near side to Moore. 7 on the shot clock as they go inside to Matthews. Matthews looking on the low block, little shot flipped up and missed by Jones. Scramble, somehow Jones had it back and then loses it. Here's Wagee with it in the open floor. Going down the lane, kicks it to Walters on the wing, spot up 3, short, and the rebound control by Mississippi State. Dogs will push it ahead as Reitzel was late to get up from being knocked to the deck, and now a whistle away from the ball. That's going to be on Mississippi State. The big fella Bell called for the foul, trying to post up on Muhammad Wagee, having some of his best minutes in a long, long time, coaches. He's been trying to play through a lower leg injury, and he will exit the game. Nate Oates not going to push it with him, but wow, 4 points, couple of steals, and great effort for the big fella.
Great energy, great energy. He affected the game on both ends of the floor.
So Alabama will have it back, leading 12-10 with 13:23 to go. Grant Nelson again in to replace Wagee. Here's Sears playing off a double screen out high. Works it now back to the center of the floor between the circles. Crosses over, goes left. Estrada trying to split defenders, can't. Walters now handing it off to Stevenson. Shot clock is at 7. Stevenson had it poked away and stolen by State. They work it ahead to Hubbard. He'll work away from traffic as he only had a 1-on-3. Leaves it for the trailer Davis. Back on the wing they go. And a foul's going to be called on Grant Nelson. He inadvertently popped Hubbard in the face as he went by. And so that will be the first on Grant Nelson. It'll be team foul number 3 on Alabama. State's been called for 1 thus far as Walters will exit, and it will be Riley Griffin back in.
Yeah, great ball fake shot fakes by Hubbard to draw Nelson up in the air, yeah.
Quick inbounds pass goes to Matthews. They get it to Bell finally. He puts up a little bunny from 6 feet, got it to go. 12-12 now the score with 12:45 and moving. Time left opening half. Here's the Tide with the basketball. Griffin working to his right, keeps the dribble going. Nice look down low. Mohamed Diabate, who's checked in, finds Sears out beyond the arc. Mark into the lane, back out to Griffin. Ryland trying to drive, stepping back, 3 balls, no good. And the rebounding foul is going to be whistled on Mississippi State. Bama made its first 3 of the game, coach, and since that time, they have made only 1 more. They're 2 of 9 from beyond the arc.
That one by Griffin was a tough attempt, off the dribble. He was well guarded. The guy did a great job of taking away the penetration and was right up in his face. Very difficult. Alabama's got to figure out a way to get Mark Sears involved. I don't think he's even attempted a shot at this point. Nelson
has the basketball after the inbounds to Estrada. Near wing 3, short. A whistle and a rebounding foul is going to be called, I think, on Nelson. And, Coach, if so, yep, that's his second foul, and that's a big call because he's the best answer on the inside against Tolu Smith. Muhammad Wagee will come in to replace him. So Nelson, who had 20 in the last game in Athens, including those 2 threes in the last 2 minutes when the game was tied, has to exit with 12:18 to go in the opening half with 2 fouls. Muhammad Wagee, who's had a good start, comes in to replace him. Davis with the basketball, reversing field, finds Hubbard near side. Hubbard stopping, kicking it onto the near wing to Jeffries. Jeffries working against Diabate, dumps it into the low post. Driving is Bell, working against Diabate. Leans in, had it blocked. Scramble for a loose ball, picked up by State. Layup, in and out, no good. Another loose ball rebound claimed by the Dogs. They work it outside. They'll get it into the paint. All alone Bell, and he slams it in. Good ball movement by State after Bama couldn't secure the loose ball. And it's 14-12 Dogs. Sears the drive to the dish. Wagee all alone, three, no good. Rebound tip, grabbed by Diabate, lays it up and in for two.
Great job on the offensive glass. Very active.
Mohamed Diabate getting his first bucket, and Alabama ties it up at 14 with 11:22 remaining. Jeffries going baseline, cut off by Sears. Backs it out, gets it into the paint again. Stops near the free throw line, finds Hubbard beyond the arc. Hubbard crossing over, rises, fires, short on the three attempt. Picked up by Sears. Mark brings it the other way. The Tide's leading scorer and one of the best in the SEC. Finds Estrada. Estrada hesitates, kicks, Diabate, three ball. That one's short, but it caroms right to Estrada. He lays it up and in for two. 16-14 Bama with 10:50 to go in this opening half. Bulldogs front court with Jeffries driving to his left. Jeffries looking into the low post, gives it off to Bell. Bell trying to back down, offensive foul. Mohamed Wagee taking his second charge of this first half, and we've come to a media timeout. 10:38 to go first half. 16-14 our score. Good guys on top here in Tuscaloosa on the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
Emphasis on trying to get the ball to the inside.
With Nelson on the bench with those two fouls, Wagee's presence in play even more important. He was also doing that, as we said, defensively against Jimmy Bell a few moments ago. Old teammates, those two, Wagee and Bell, when they played up in Morgantown for the West Virginia Mountaineers. Bama inbounding against some pressure in the backcourt. It'll be Estrada bringing it ahead for the Crimson Tide. 10:32 and ticking. Time left in the opening half. Bama up by 2. Estrada on the drive, left side, stops, looks, gives it off to Griffin. All alone, 3. That one's off the mark. Rebound tipped out by Diabate. Tried to save it, but couldn't get to it. And possession will belong to Mississippi State. Coach, you talk about energy and effort. Wagee able to give it, but Mo Diabate's earned some playing time as a freshman for that very reason.
Yeah. Well, you know, you can't have too much of that, for sure.
Dogs work it left side and then bring it back out high to Hubbard. 15 to shoot as Hubbard tried to drive, cut off by Griffin, goes to his left, stops on the block, tied up there, has to unload it out beyond the arc. Feeds it off to Johnson. Feed inside to Smith, who missed the layup. Rebounded by Wagee, and here comes Bama the other way with Estrada. Estrada changing directions, going right. Stopping, swing pass near side to Reitzel. Luttrell on the drive. Kicks it back out. Estrada thought about a 3. Drives in. Tough runner is good. Over Tolu Smith.
Great ball movement on that possession. Great ball movement.
Here's Moore the other way in a hurry for State. Kicking it onto the left wing to Jones. Now into the low post to Smith. Spinning, shooting, and scoring. Coach, he just got it too low.
Wagee got buried up underneath the basket. The difference in bulk showed up there.
18-16 Bama on the drive. Diabate strong move wouldn't go, and then knocked out of bounds by Wagee as he tried to get the miss. Here's Nelson in, and again, Nate Oates trying to bide the minutes that he can get from Wagee because, Coach, he's been limited as of late with an injury, but also it's a stamina thing. He's not able to go very long in practice.
You could actually notice in that particular exchange there that he's starting to limp a pad as well.
Here's Nelson into the game for Wagee. Now Jeffries with the basketball for Mississippi State. Hubbard a 3 from dead on to take the lead. It's no good. Rebounded by Estrada, and Bama will come the other way. Tide doesn't have numbers. Estrada working in the corner. A bounce pass to Sears. Top of the arc, 3 ball.
Can't leave him there. Can't leave him there. He's wide open, and he's going to knock that down most all the time.
First shot, first make. Mark Sears, who had 23, the majority of it in the last 10 minutes on the road in Athens. Down low, Smith, spinning baseline, missed the layup. Rebound fought for, tried to save it, but into the hands of a Bama player. We're running the other way. Bama by 5. Sears going baseline. Leaves it for the trailer. Nelson with a flush. Smith didn't get back, Coach, and Bama made him pay.
Tulu Smith was late to the dance on that one for sure.
23-16, Bama, biggest lead of the game. On the drive underneath, they'll work it out on the wing to Hubbard. He tries a 3, no good, and a foul foul on Tolu Smith. He brought Nelson to the deck. The foul on Smith, and you can see the frustration as the all-league big man coach has 2 fouls and has only 6 points in his 8 minutes. It's been a frustrating start for him.
He's missed a lot of easy ones down inside as well. He looks like he's fatigued to the point that he doesn't have much bounce.
Correct myself, that is his first foul, not his second. But we see Nelson check back out, and Jaron Stevenson comes in to replace him. Also, Sam Walters back in for Alabama. Some height, but not a lot of bulk for Alabama, at least in the front court. Here's Sears with it, taking it right side. Looking, handing it off to Estrada on the wing. 7 on the shot clock, left alone, 3 balls short. Rebound fought for. Jeffries is down in a late whistle. Let's see what we've got. Todd Austin blew the whistle. They're going to call a foul on Latrell Reitzel, which coach may have been accurate, but it was 3 or 4 seconds after DJ Jeffries.
Really good job on both ends, on the offensive end as well as the defensive end.
Coach, when you're in a game like this and you prefer to push pace, but you're not making shots, as Alabama's struggling from beyond the arc, now 3 of 16 so far in the first half. How do you still get the tempo and the pace when the ball's not going through the net as rapidly as you would like?
Well, it's not as easy. Obviously, you're not getting any fast break opportunities. You're not getting, there's not been a lot of long rebounds because Mississippi State's not taking many three-point shots. Most of the shots have been in the paint.
Hubbard with the basketball, giving it to Smith out high. Wagee defending him. Smith trying to create a little separation. We'll hand it off to Jeffries, who's limping a little bit. Almost looks like he has a cramp in his left leg. He needs to come out. Yeah, they're going to get an official's timeout. Coach, he may have rolled his ankle somewhere in that sequence. I'm not exactly sure where it happened. He was the one involved in that collision before the timeout, but seems to be in some pain, and I don't know if it's related to that or if it was something else that occurred, but man, he really struggled.
It really could have been, because he really splayed out on the floor. It was like he did the splits.
Yeah, he's gone back to the locker room right now.
Yeah, that may be more than just ankle.
Yeah, you're right. Could be a groin injury. Now State will have it with a new man of the game. Hubbard has the basketball now. Driving to his right, Hubbard. 2 on the shot clock to the top of the arc. A 3-point attempt blocked by Diabate. And while it's controlled by State, that is a shot clock violation. Mo Diabate, coach, reacting, went from the paint all the way to the 3-point line to block that shot.
That was an unbelievable effort and an unbelievable stretch out and a really high quality contest.
Wagee, Walters, Reitzel, Sears, and Stevenson, the 5 on the floor for Alabama. Mark with the basketball, looking left, nothing there. Changes direction, skip pass right wing to Reitzel. Reitzel now in the corner, goes baseline, gets underneath, swings into the corner. Stevenson, 3, she's 2 for 2 from bank first 3-point range.
That's a great pass on the baseline as well, and he did a good job of catching the ball, ready to shoot it.
26-16 Bama, but inside they go to Smith. Spin, shoots, and a reach is going to be whistled, I think, on Mark Sears. That'll be the first on Sears. It'll be team foul number 7 on the Crimson Tide. 4 have been whistled on the Bulldogs.
There's been very few possessions that Mississippi State has come down the floor that ball hadn't been thrown into the paint.
And yet they haven't scored at the percentage that they would like. Only 41% from the field, quite a few from right around the rim as Smith makes the first free throw for the Bulldogs. Second one up. That one rolled around and fell through.
That was a noisy free throw.
It was indeed. He's a better free throw shooter, but it's still only 64% on the year. Reitzel with it on the right wing for Bama. 26-18, the Tide with a lead. Sears with it in the corner. Bounce pass Wagee, but they're going to call him for a moving screen. A moving screen before he had the pick and roll. Let me back up. He picked, but it was moving, and then when he rolled to the basket, he picked up his second foul, and decision time for Nate Oates is you've got both Wagee and Nelson with 2 fouls. He's going to stick with Wagee for the moment. As they work to the right side, Hubbard throws a lob that went high off the backboard. They couldn't get Matthews to leap and get an attempt. Now Walters, far corner, three, in and out, no good. Tipped though by Stevenson. However, it's controlled by State, and they got a 5-on-3 if they hurry, but they don't. They have to kick it to Jones. Left alone, 3-ball, no good, and Walters goes up high to claim it. Hands it off to Sears, weaving through traffic. Ahead to Stevenson on the wing. Jaron to Mark, left side, three. Oh, it did everything but drop. It was halfway down, maybe 2/3, and then popped out, and a foul is going to be called. No, they're just going to say a stoppage in play.
Hubbard's injured.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. There's another Bulldog that is struggling right now, limping as he makes his way to the bench. In fact, he's putting no pressure on that left foot. So they've already lost Jeffries, and now another starter in Hubbard having to leave.
That happened in the offensive possession the last time down when he took it to the basket. It looked like he stepped on somebody's foot coming down.
Yeah, he
didn't even make it down to the defensive end.
He's holding that left foot as they go inside to Smith. He seals, spins, and lays it up. 26-20, a couple of buckets have cut the Bama lead down to 6. Now it's Stevenson on the wing. Tries a three, but he's 3 for 3.
He's got it going for sure. No hesitation whatsoever. Catch and shoot.
Alabama's made 5 banked first threes, and 3 of them have come from the freshman, Jaron Stevenson. And a whistle away from the basketball. There you get Mo Diabate for the hold on Tolu Smith. Well, he's already drawn 5 fouls from Bama Biggs, Coach, trying to defend him in the post. 2 on Grant Nelson, 2 on Muhammad Wagi, and now Mo Diabate gets called for 1.
There's no question their game plan is to take it down inside to him, and he's done a pretty good job of delivering, but he's even missed a couple of easy ones in there as well.
Nate Oates pleading his case with Patrick Evans across the way. Smith, the 1-and-1, knocks it down, so he's 3 for 3 to start the game. The only thing good about that is percentages are going to catch up eventually, you would think.
You would think so.
He will start to clang some off the iron.
He's clanging the makes right now.
He is. And even that clang,
yes,
courtesy of Tom Stipe, is a make. So a 7-point game, 29-22. Smith will exit, and he is going to be replaced by Jaquan Scott, the junior from Dallas, Texas. We'll see if Alabama can exploit the inside without Tolu Smith there to defend. Diabate with it. Driving left, gets into the paint, lays it up and in, and right on cue, he does just that.
Great strength. Took it decisively and took it right into the defender's body.
Knew he had the defender on his right hip. He's a lefty and was able to take advantage. Now here are the Bulldogs working it to the top of the arc with Scott. Scott flips it onto the left wing to Moore. Moore dribbling, giving a bounce pass to Matthews. Matthews with his back to the bucket gives it off to Jones. Jones in the lane, tough shot, short. Rebound tipped to control by Diabate. And Mo will give it up to Sears. Mark throws it ahead to Reitzel. Catch and shoot 3. Another one that was halfway down literally and popped out. And now the Dogs run the other way. They flip it into the right corner. An open look from there, no good. Weak side rebound, Reitzel. Bama running the other way, leading by 9. Reitzel stopping on the wing to Sears now. Deep 3. That one hits nothing but the bottom of the sack, and Bama leads it by a dozen. Crowd on its feet here at Coleman Coliseum with 4:07 to go in the half.
Finally, the game is being played at Alabama's pace.
And shots finally falling from deep. Now on the far wing, it's Moore. Moore looking, gives it off to Matthews. Matthews stops at the elbow, nearly walked. 8 on the shot clock, throws it away. He was looking for Scott, who did not move towards the basketball. Bama's got the lead and momentum when we come back. 3:50 to play in the half. 34-22. Tide leading the Dogs by a dozen here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Ahead, running the lanes, getting the good shot inside from the perimeter. On the defensive end down here, Mississippi State is the last few possessions when Tolu Smith was out of the game, they went away from trying to go to the inside. I see they've put him back in quickly, so we'll see whether they go back to their inside game this next trip down the floor.
Coach, the pace really affects Smith negatively, doesn't it? They're one of their last 8.
Well, it's just, he's got to run the floor, and so they have to protect the basket till he gets back, so that's why Alabama's open on the perimeter so much.
Bama with Sears, Estrada, Griffin, Diabate, and Stevenson. 5 out there again. Jaron Stevenson, 3 for 3 from the arc. He's got 9 points in 7 minutes of action. Stevenson with the ball now, has it on the left wing. They'll guard him tightly. He'll give it off to Sears. Left of the circle, deep 3, no good. Long rebound into the hands of Griffin, and we got a rebounding foul called, I believe, it is on State, but it's going to be on Jones. I was hoping it'd be on Tolu Smith, but instead it's on Jones, and that's his first.
Good action that time down the floor. Sears got a wide open look, just didn't go down.
Bama will inbound it from the baseline. Estrada triggers it in. Looking, bounce pass, deflected, out of bounds, touch last by the Bulldogs. So the Tide will now inbound it directly in front of the State bench. Down to the corner, actually, from the sideline.
Tough place to get it inbounded.
They just do beat the count, getting it to Diabate. Diabate with it on the wing, tries to drive, can't. Bounce pass to Sears. 10 now on the shot clock. Sears trying to go by a defender, hesitates, stops, looks, right corner, Diabate, driving baseline. Leader up and good. Diabate goes to the rack, coach, and gives Bama a 14-point lead.
Mississippi State had the help on the drive by Mark Sears. So when he passed the ball to the corner, he had a straight line to the basket. Took it tough.
An and one opportunity for Diabate. How about the play of Diabate and Stevenson off the bench? 15 combined points, coach, from 2 freshmen, one of which, age-wise, should be a senior in high school.
Yeah, he's had an incredible game so far.
Diabate hits the free throw and gives Bama its biggest lead at 15, 37-22, with 3:18 in moving time left. Opening half for the 22nd ranked Crimson Tide, the league leader in the SEC, trying to keep it that way. Matthews pivoting, looking, still looking for help, and now they're going to call a 5-second closely guarded call. Great job again, and coach, it's Mo Diabate who was guarding the man with the basketball.
Yeah, very active. He's been very active with his feet and his hands. Alabama as a group did a great job of cutting off passers, or receivers actually.
Here's Bama, with the basketball. They try to trap Sears. He unloads it to Estrada. Spins, steps through, lays it up and in for 2. If Bama get pretty much anything they want, coach, right now. And Chris Jans calls timeout for Mississippi State. Crowd on its feet as the 32nd timeout is called by the Bulldogs, and boy, Bama has got it rolling here late in the first half.
Well, again, the pace changed, and it's really been to Alabama's advantage. They've done a great job of bringing the ball down there, keeping the pressure on either in transition or in the half court, and they're reaping the benefits of that.
2:53 remaining in the opening half. State 38% shooting from the field. 47% for Alabama, and while Bama's only made 26% of their threes, they have made 6 of them. 6 of 23 attempts. State is 0 for 6 on that end of the floor. Bama, though, with 15 points off turnovers. Mississippi State only 2. Tide also an edge on the glass, 17-15, which is not easy to do against the Dogs with Tolu Smith. State with the ball, front court, it's Davis, kicking it into the corner. Pass to Hubbard, back outside, he goes to Davis. Davis with 15 on the shot clock. Down the lane, the runner off the glass, no. Tip wouldn't go for Smith. Rebound fought for and pulled out by Bama. Here comes Estrada. Estrada looking for room, goes down the lane, kicks it in the corner. Diabate, 3, no good. Rebound tipped, and they're going to call Stevenson for a foul as he was battling with Tolu Smith.
Estrada is putting great pressure on the defense down there with his penetration, and he's opening up wide open shots for his teammates.
The transfer from Hofstra, grad transfer, as is Grant Nelson from North Dakota State. And Smith will go to the other end to shoot 2 shots. That is team foul number 10 on Alabama. State's only been whistled for 6. Free throw up and no good. That one was flat from Smith. Coach, we saw it in Starkville. As he gets a little fatigued, that free throw arc disappears. A flat shot from the stripe.
And he's definitely getting fatigued, for sure.
And that one rattled around and then settled through the net. Bama leading it 39-23. State trying to trap in the half court when they can. Bama gets it to Estrada. Now to Rylan Griffin. Goes baseline, swings it to Estrada. All alone, 3-ball, no good. Boy, you won't get a more open look than that one for Aaron. Couldn't get it to go, and now Davis runs the other way. Gets into the lane, poked away by Estrada. Into the hands of Griffin. Now to Sears. Rylan driving down the lane. Swings it back to Mark Sears. Top of the arc. Steps into a 3. Mark Sears, another bank first 3, and Bama leads by 19. 1:44 to go. Davis looking, spinning left side, feeds it off to Hubbard. Hubbard to the top of the arc, Smith. Smith backing his way down against Diabate. Double team, poked away, got it back. 10 to shoot, near side Matthews. Matthews going left, gives it off top of the key Davis. Driving, dishing in the corner, 3-ball up, an air ball. The defense from Stevenson causing it. Diabate caught it. Bama gets it to Estrada. Kicks in the corner. Griffin, 3, no good. Fought for and saved, though, by Stevenson. Griffin tries it again. Misses it again. Diabate, come on, Rylan, make this one. Ask and you shall receive. Bank first, delivering our 3-pointers. Bama's got 7 of them and lead it by 22 with under a minute to go in the half, and the lid's coming off this place. Smith on the drive, inside runner, no, and you couldn't even hear the whistle. He gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2, Coach, but he is looking for a little oxygen as he does so.
Yeah, no question. He is really fatigued. The pace has picked up tremendously. Estrada is doing a great job of bringing the ball down and putting pressure on the defense on the dribble and transition. And then you get those open shots when it happens. You offensive rebound it. The best 3-point opportunities usually come off of offensive rebounds. And
Smith gets that one to go, and he's done really well at the line. He has made 6 of 7 now. As Mo Diabate heads to the bench. He's a little winded himself. The youngins get to play a lot of minutes in this first half, and they're playing well. Second free throw missed by Smith. Rebounded by Griffin. Gives it off to Sears. Mark gets it front court. Mark going to the left wing. Surveys the floor. Bounce pass to Reitzel. Driving in the lane. Stops. Bounce pass Stevenson. Reverse layup is good. Should have been a foul on Smith. No whistle, but inside Jaron Stevenson, who's got 11 first half points, gives Bama the 47-24 lead. 20 seconds remaining in the first half. State wants to hold it for 1. Shot clock is dark. 10, 9, 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5. Front court, top of the arc with it. Hubbard at 2, at 1. Gets it off at the buzzer, no good. They wave off the tip in, and Bama leads it 47-24 at the half. Fantastic half from Nate Oates' Alabama Crimson Tide as they're able to take a 47-24 lead into the locker room as we look at our first half numbers. Alabama getting 9 from Mark Sears, 8 from Rylan Griffin. Latrell Reitzel had 3 rebounds and 3 assists in 14 minutes, even though he didn't score. Jaron Stevenson, how about his play off the bench? 3 for 3 from bank first 3-point range, finishes with 11 total first half points to lead the Crimson Tide. Aaron Estrada, 6 points, 4 boards. Grant Nelson had some foul trouble, but he had 2 points and an assist in his 9 minutes, or actually 6 minutes of playing time. You had Mo Diabate with 7 points and 4 boards in 9 minutes of work. Muhammad Waugh Agee, tremendous. 4 points, 2 boards, and 7 minutes of action. And Sam Walters played, had 2 boards, did not score in his 7 minutes for the Crimson Tide. Tolu Smith's 14 leads Mississippi State. Matthews with 2, Hubbard with 4, Bell with 4. That's it for the Dogs as Bama leads it 47-24 at intermission. This front court to our left. Once we get the word from Terry Oglesby that we're ready to resume action, and that is what his whistle signifies. As the Dogs get it to Hubbard on the inbounds, he'll bring it front court to our left. Hubbard giving it off to Moore, who now finds Smith, and now Jones driving to the top of the arc. Jones driving right side, cut off, walked, and they didn't call it. Gave it up to Smith. Smith with a couple of dribbles, spins to his right now, goes down the lane, shot is missed, and they call a foul on Grant Nelson. Coach, that's going to be his 3rd. The tough thing is that possession never should have lasted that long, because if they call the travel, Bama's got the ball going the other way.
Right, but see, once the possession went on, what happened, Grant Nelson tried to cut off Tolu Smith from going left, gave him too much room back to the right, and spun back to the right and drew the foul.
Thank goodness for gravity, or Tolu Smith's first free throw would still be floating around in space. That one did not touch anything but the baseline. Second attempt rattles out, no good. Rebound tipped into the air 3 times and finally secured by Aaron Estrada, who gets fouled twice. They don't call it, and State takes it away. Now the Dogs get it to Moore. He'll drive left, he'll spin, he'll stop, he'll give it inside to Smith, who spins, shoots, and that's going to be the 4th on Nelson. Wow, that is so frustrating, Coach. Bama has not had a full possession yet. Or check that, it's not going to be on Nelson. That's the only good thing about that. They called it on Latrell Reitzel and hits his 2nd, and it sends Smith back to the line where the adventures will continue. That's a really good player who's worked really hard to make his free throw shooting better, but he is resorting back to last year's results.
The only unnoisy free throw he's had is the one he missed the entire thing.
You're exactly right.
Every other one has rattled.
Rattled in or rattled out. Right. That one went in, and Bama leads by 22 after all of that nonsense on the other end. Now Estrada on the first attack for Alabama. The pushing foul is going to be called on Matthews. They were trying to throw a lob to Grant Nelson, but he got pushed off the ball. And so on Matthews, that'll be personal number 2. And Bama will inbound it underneath. Estrada looking, gets it into Sears in the left corner. Sears surveying the floor, double team, kicks it in the right corner. Estrada drives in, puts it up with the left hand. No, rebound fought for. Nelson tried to save it, did, nearly got it back. Scramble on the deck, State loses it, out of bounds. It'll be Bama basketball. Wow, how about the effort from Grant Nelson? Even though he couldn't hang on to the ball, Coach, he kept all of that havoc going, and State couldn't pick it up.
You know, before the game, we were talking about Alabama matching Mississippi State's energy. It really needs to turn and be the other way around. Alabama's showing much more energy than Mississippi State. A lot of activity.
A lot of activity. A lot of moisture on the deck as well, with everybody diving for loose balls, and well, the manager's getting the job done, cleaning that up rapidly as Tide will inbound it in front of their own bench. It'll be Estrada to trigger it. Gets it into Nelson. Grant looking, hands it off to Sears. Mark, bounce pass, too hot for Nelson to handle, and State comes the other way. Matthews stops at the elbow, kicks it back out, and Hubbard will swing it now left side to Smith. Tolu Smith picks up the dribble, hands it off to Jones. Jones throws it away as it gets knocked around, and a late whistle is going to be called on Ryland Griffin. There must be a delay on Todd Austin's whistle tonight, because he's blowing that a good 2 or 3 seconds after potential infractions occur.
No doubt. A lot of fortuitous bounces from Mississippi State, though. Alabama scrapping it, just as the ball is bouncing toward Mississippi State down this end for some reason.
Matthews, the first, is missed. Mississippi State from the charity stripe not taking advantage of the charity. They are 9 of 16 from the free throw line. 7 misses as they're 0 for 7 from three-point range.
Yeah, I don't think they were shooting the mid-60s coming into this game.
Well,
it's really not out of character.
And Tolu Smith is going to be called for his second personal, coming over the back of Aaron Estrada, trying to rebound that miss. So State's missed 8 of their 17 tries. Bama's got the basketball, leading by 22 with 18 and a half minutes left to play. Nelson with it, top of the arc. Looking left, gives it off to Sears. Deep three, in and out, no good. Man, Bama
great
has
screen
had 6 go halfway down.
Yeah, that was a great screen by Estrada to bring Sears open for the 3.
And a great play by Nelson, blocking the shot attempt by Hubbard and then saving it by throwing it off of Hubbard out of bounds. Possession will belong to the Tide. So Bama basketball with 18:10 to go. Bama still looking for its first points of the second half. State has only made 1. Reitzel. Now Nelson, top of the arc. Right side to Sears. Mark on the drive, gets into the paint, hesitates, lays it up and in for 2. Beautiful hesitation move, Coach.
He's really good at that. You know, all he has to do is get even with you. He's such a great finisher at the rim, particularly going left. And all he has to do is get even with you. He's going to beat you.
11 points for Sears, matching Jaron Stevenson for high point honors for the Tide. Reitzel almost forced in a turnover by Jones, but he maintains possession. Jones now driving, slips, and he didn't get fouled. He just slipped, but Patrick Evans called the push on Grant Nelson, and he's going to be called for his 4th personal foul. And, Coach, that's tough.
Yeah, that's tough. The good news is, the bad news is, of course, Nelson picked up his 4th foul. The good news is his substitute coming running in the game has played a really outstanding game.
And his substitute is Muhammad Wagi. 4 points, couple of rebounds and a steal in 7 minutes. And now Patrick's decided to call everything he sees, whether it's accurate or not. That foul whistled on Alabama, and it's already team foul number 5 this half, and we are only 2.5 minutes into the second half of play. Tolu Smith on the drive, ran over Wagi, and they don't call the charge. That's a lousy crew tonight, folks. Woo, they're having a tough time. Terry's not that bad, but the other 2 are having an issue. And Nate Oates just got a technical, and I don't know what he said, but I hope he said it 3 times over. Todd Austin maybe with the only call he's gotten right tonight. We all have our off nights, and 2 of the 3 guys in stripes are having theirs. I don't blame Nate for that one at all. 17-13 remaining in the second half. Bama leading 49-27. And State can't throw it in the ocean from the free throw line.
Alabama's activity level on the defensive end has been great so far in this half. I guess we got the energy level. Coach Oates has stepped up as well.
I think the veteran Terry Ogilvie is coming over and saying, Coach, calm down. I got you. But you got to give me a chance to help you. 1 of 2 at the free throw line on the technicals as Bama's leads down to 21. Keep fighting, guys. Wagi had his pass deflected and stolen. That was a bad pass by Muhammad as the Dogs run the other way. State will throw it to Smith. Backing his way down, kicks it out to Moore. An open look, 3-ball, no good. Rebound fought for. Matthews deflects it. Bama saves it, though. Wagi with great hustle, giving it ahead to Estrada. Estrada working off of a screen, spins left, steps through, kicks it back out. Latrell, knock it down, baby. Misses it off the right side of the rim. Estrada clears it. Spins baseline, lays it up and in for 2. Bama doesn't have the strength advantage against Smith, but they got a size advantage against State's guards inside.
Well, and Estrada is just outworking everybody out there on Mississippi State's side, for sure.
51-28, Bama the lead, still by Reitzel, and then he is fouled at center court by Matthews. And Bama will go the other way with possession. Third now on Matthews, and that's the third team foul on Mississippi State. Bama with the basketball with 16:20 to go, leading it by 23. Sears driving, getting into the paint, goes right, steps through, lays it up and in. Tolu Smith still looking for him.
Great footwork on that play. He looked a little bit like Jalen Brunson out there, like Jalen Brunson light.
State with the basketball as Bama's got its biggest lead. Hubbard trap, unloads it to Matthews. They kick it in the corner. Back to Matthews, down low to Smith. Spinning baseline, lays it up, knocked away, but into the hands of Jones. He loses it out of bounds, but they say touch last by the Crimson Tide. Energy level rising, as is the Tide and its lead. It's at 25 now with 15:47 to go. Bama 53, Mississippi State 28 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Say that the whole time I've been in Alabama, it's been this way, but it's very, very impressive, and it really is a great home court advantage.
Coach, you've been all over the league. You've seen every venue and, of course, worked at Kentucky for years. But this is a place that, while fans may be in the worst seats, a little far away from the floor, the noise is as loud as anywhere, isn't it?
Well, it's one of the lower ceilings. So, you know, it just throws the noise back down on the court.
It also helps when the home team's playing well, and they certainly are tonight.
And playing hard. Very much like a blue-collar team.
That is what Nate Oates loves to see. Sam Walters on the floor along with Mark Sears, Latrell Reitzel, Jaron Stevenson, and Muhammad Wagi out there for Nate Oates' Crimson Tide as Jones will inbound it. Side court, front court for Mississippi State. Gets it to Moore on the right wing, changes direction, goes down the left side of the lane, stops, spins, tough contested shot, got it to go. Not high percentage, but got it to drop.
Well, that was actually good defense, just a great offensive play.
Sears with it now, bounce pass to Wagi, couldn't hang on to it, and then Mo commits the foul.
That wasn't the best of reads by Mark that time. He's gotten a lot better in that category, but that time he probably should have taken it on to the rim.
Coach, also, I think they got a little spoiled the last couple of years. Charles Bediako, as a 7-footer, had hands almost like a guard, in addition to great footwork.
Yeah, he was a great addition to this pro, no question about it.
Here's Smith shooting the 1-and-1.
Another clanker.
Another clank, and it's deflected out in the hands of Sears. The Dogs are now 10 of 19. Make it 10 of 20. Again, a bounce pass intended for Wagi. It was behind him. Now State runs the other way. They miss a layup, and the foul's going to be whistled on the Crimson Tide, and Nate Oates is going to get his veteran, Mark Sears, out of the game, have a little word with him, and get Estrada in to replace him.
That was actually a pretty good decision, but just not great execution. Pass was too high and behind his guy.
Also one of the few times you can gnaw on Mark Sears a little bit. And it also helps when you're up by 23 and they can't find the bottom of the rim for the free throw line. Another miss, this time by Jaquan Scott. (15-17). Time left to play. What hadn't been a beautiful start to the second half for either side. 1 of 2 made at the stripe. State trying to create some pressure in the back court. Bama, though, beats it easily. Gets it front court to Walters. Takes a 3. Drives against Tolu Smith, but got pushed before the shot attempt. And Smith is going to be called, Coach, for his 3rd personal foul. And Bama, the freshman's a really good three-point shooter, but wasn't afraid to take it right at one of the top big men in the SEC.
Yeah, that was a little 1-2-1-1 press. At the end of it, they only had Tolu Smith at the basket to protect, and Walters took it on the drive. Smith drew the foul.
Smith picks up his 3rd, goes to the bench. He'll be replaced by Bell, and now Bama will inbound it from the baseline to get it into Sears near side. Catch and shoot, three, bottom. Another bank first three for the Crimson Tide, and they lead at 56-31 once again. A double team out high on Davis, gives it off to Scott. Scott trying to drive, cut off by Stevenson. Lost the handle, got it back. Lost the handle, got it back. 14 to shoot as he gives it off onto the wing to Moore, and then stolen away. Wagee to the rack.
Wagee is doing a great job of showing on the ball screens, being very active with his hands and his feet.
Fortunate he didn't get a technical there for hanging on the rim after the fact. Davis with the basketball, giving it off now to Moore. Moore trying to work away from Wagee, but Muhammad bumped him and picks up the foul, and that'll get Mo Diabate back into the game. 4 fouls now on Wagee. You got both he and Nelson with 4 fouls, but Muhammad, I'll get it out of my mouth in a minute. Can't spit it out. Diabate will check in for Alabama, and he's had a really nice game for the Crimson Tide with 7 points, 4 boards, and a couple of assists and a block in 9 minutes of action for the Tide. Moore shooting a 1-and-1, trying to cut into Bama's 27-point lead, and he does that, knocking home the free throw. Second attempt upcoming for Moore. Trying to cut the Bama lead to 25, and he does. He hit them both. It's been since early on when Tolu Smith hit 2. I think that State has made 2 free throws on a trip there. As Reitzel will get it front court now for Alabama. State trying to extend their pressure. Gambling a little bit on the defensive end as Reitzel works with 15 on the shot clock. Reitzel left of the circle to Stevenson, top of the arc. Back to Reitzel. He'll drive right, he'll step back, he'll go left, he'll dish. Stevenson all alone 3, and that young man came to the office ready to work today. That is his 4th bank first 3. He's got 14 points for the night, and Bama leads at 61-33. Inside Bell, spinning baseline, lays it up short, rebounded Diabate, and Bama will push it ahead, trying to get this thing to 30 or more. Stevenson, why not? That one was halfway down before it came out. Scramble for a loose ball and a tie-up, and the arrow will favor Alabama. Coach, the energy and the effort, despite a sizable lead, still very much on display by Alabama.
Very impressive. And Stevenson did a good job of running the floor and becoming available, and he's absolutely no hesitation when he catches the ball. He's obviously very confident in taking the shot. And what he's made, 3 or 4? 4 and a half.
4 and a half, you're exactly right. And again, Bama's had several that were more than halfway down.
Yeah, they've had a few halves, correct.
They have indeed. Wish we could piece them together. On the drive, Estrada sees parted. He took to the promised land, laid it up, and Bama leads it by 30 with 13:24 to go. On the drive, lefty leaner rolls off for State. Bama's got the ball, the lead, momentum. Diabate going down the lane. Scoop shot with the left hand, got it to go. 32-point Bama lead. Timeout, Chris Jans. And listen to this Coleman Coliseum crowd. .12 remains, 65-33. The Tide rolling over the Dogs here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. 12 to go. And Bama leads at 65-33. Bulldogs getting it front court. They work it left side. Davis driving, spinning, bounce pass, fought for, on the deck, picked up by Smith, lays it up. But man, he's having to work for everything, coach.
Every single thing. You know, they brought him further away from the basket in this half for some reason, but here in the last couple of possessions, they put him back inside. Davin
Cosby Jr., the freshman in the game for the Tide. Diabate working, swings it near side Stevenson to Walters in the corner. Sam on the drive, flips it now to Stevenson. Stevenson handing it off, gives it to Estrada. 8 on the shot clock. Estrada spinning in the lane, kicks it back out, catch Diabate. Diabate driving, dishing, Cosby a deep 3, no good. And the rebound controlled by Mississippi State. They'll run it front court, they'll hand it off. Beautiful reverse layup, good for 2 by Jones. His first bucket. to go with his 3 rebounds, and Bama's lead is cut to 28.
And only one of the first easy baskets that Mississippi's gotten in forever.
Here's Diabate. Nice step through in the left hand, Coach.
Nice.
He is really smooth. We know about the strength, the physicality, but he's got a little smoothness to his game.
Yeah, his feet are pretty good, too. Finishes both hands.
67-37 Bama. State with the basketball. Matthews, top of the arc. Dribbles to his right a couple of times, picks it up, hands it off. Hubbard, 3 ball, no good. Rebounded by Walters, gives it off to Estrada. Aaron runs it into the front court. Estrada working behind the back with the dribble, now gives it off to Walters. 3, 5. Got a quick release, doesn't he?
Great stroke, great stroke. Just puts the ball up high, he's ready to shoot the ball when he catches it. And he's confident, obviously.
Bama's biggest lead now at 33. Dogs on the right wing. They work it to the elbow with Smith. Smith takes a dribble to his left, picks it up, knocked away by Cosby. Scramble on the deck. Smith has it, kicks it in the corner. Open 3 ball there is rattled in. Another bucket for Jones. He's got 5 in the last minute of play, cutting the Bama lead to 30. I like the sound of that. Estrada to Cosby. Davin to Walters. Another 3, a miss this time. In the weak side rebound claimed by Matthews. Brings it ahead, gives it off to Davis. Davis crossing over, trying to step back. Couldn't create separation, finds Hubbard. He'll drive, he'll stop, he'll spin. His follow-away is blocked by Cosby, but Davin got him on the arm just a bit as we have come to immediate timeout. 10:43 to play. It's all Bama, 70-40 over Mississippi State on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Partner of the Crimson Tide. Coach Hobbs, we've been together a little bit, and I know you, and you are proud of the defense that Alabama's playing right now.
They really have done a great job, and you know, the thing with it is, you know, they're up 30, but they're really showing no mercy on that end. They're still getting on the ball, on the floor for loose balls, going after all the 50-50 balls. Josh Hubbard, who's a 16-point-a-game scorer, has had nothing easy at all tonight. No good looks, very difficult shots when he takes the shot. So they made life difficult for him and for Tolu Smith down in there. So their 2 best scorers, they really put the pressure on both of them.
And a lot of that pressure is coming from what I'll call our energy and effort guy, Mo Diabate, a freshman, from bringing a little New York toughness to the Tide.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. And the person that I'm really impressed with on the defensive end, though, is Eric Estrada. He's done a great job of both ends. He's put the pressure on both ends.
I'm going to mess with you on that because you finally done what I've been afraid I was going to do since he got on campus. Hubbard hits the first free throw. You called him Eric Estrada, not Aaron Estrada. It's Aaron Estrada. You called him Eric. He is not Punch. He's not the motorcycle cop on Chips. But I've been afraid I was going to do that all year, Coach.
My bad. I'm a rookie.
You are a rookie, but it's an understandable mistake. Couple of free throws good at 70-42. Walters, another 3 in the corner. Short this time. Nelson clears the miss. Kicks it out to Cosby. Dead on 3. No. Rebound. Run down to the corner by Walters. State's exhausted. Griffin fakes a 3. Goes down the lane. Back out to Walters. Sam spinning. Driving. Tough shot. No. Rebound in and out of his hands and controlled by State, but they throw it away. Estrada to Walters. Keep leaving him open. Eventually, it's going to go.
If first you don't succeed, try again.
Then quit. There's no sense being an idiot about it. But he made that one, and Bama leads it 73-42. Overplay by Nelson. Great hustle, and he saved it to Griffin. What a play by Grant in a 30-point lead. Cosby looking, feeding it off to Griffin. Off the screen, drives, stops. Look, you better finish it, Nelson. Oh, he shot it into the bottom of the rim. That's not the way the script is supposed to work out.
Yeah, he should have powered that one up, not finessed it.
Hubbard with it, working, giving it off. Davis backing it out. Driving right, stopping, off balance, 17-footer, no. Estrada with it as Bama leads 73-42 with 9.5 to go. Estrada on the drive, stops, leaner, no. I think he was trying to lob it to Nelson, but threw it a little bit too far and it hit the rim.
The rim got in the way.
It did. 3-ball right side, Hubbard no good. Weak side rebound, Matthews finds Smith going to the basket. Stripped by Nelson. Smith got it back though and laid it in for 2.
I'm not sure Tolo Smith can make it to the other end.
He is worn out.
He is worn down.
Bama with the lead at 29 with the ball. Estrada lost it, got it back, flipped it up. Somehow, Coach, got it to go.
Use that inside hand there. That's a pro move there.
Jones the other way for the Dogs as changes are coming for Bama. But there are three guys that are really good, too. Smith on the drive in the lane. Left-hand leaner, no good. Rebound tipped out. Saved by Matthews. To Jones now with 17 after the reset. To Hubbard. Hubbard going right. Hubbard, baseline jumper. Off the glass, no. Rebounded Smith. Gets it to drop as Nelson goes. Did somebody get the number of that truck that just laid me out? Bama basketball. Cosby as the Tide leads it by 29, and a foul's going to be whistled on Matthews with 8:03 remaining in the ball game, and changes for Nate Oates. I think he's got a line change. He's got 5 new players coming in, Coach. Reitzel, Wagee, Diabate, Stevenson, and Sears will be the 5 on the floor.
You know, Mississippi State's not quit at this point, but I think they want to.
And just winded. They're just not designed to play this pace. And when you're down 30, Coach, it's even tougher to do it.
Well, the thing of it is that not only is Alabama putting the pressure on them in the full court, they're putting the pressure on them in the half court too. They're really making them guard.
Diabate on the drive, working away from a double team, swings it near side. Reitzel fakes a 3, steps inside, short on the jumper. Ball fought for, knocked out of bounds by Mississippi State. The Tide will have it when we come back. 7:49 to play. Bama 75, Mississippi State 46 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear.
But midway through the first half, Coach, things started to turn, and Bama didn't look back. They led this thing big at the half and never let up. 47-24 at intermission, and they've just kept things rolling right along.
Well, again, their energy level has been at a very high point, and they've been consistent with it, where early on, Mississippi State was kind of matching that, but they have definitely gone in the other direction at this point.
Coach, we'll talk about this a little later, but Alabama's about to go 8-1 at the midway point of conference play, and all alone atop the SEC standings. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Inside, great feed, Diabate to Stevenson, who couldn't finish it. Sears, though, saves it to Wagee. Back to Sears. 17 on the shot clock. Diabate in the lane, lays it up too strong. Rebound claimed by the Dogs, and then, bless his heart, Muhammad Wagee couldn't stop the 18-wheeler from jackknifing. And he commits his 5th foul, but what an effort. 6 points doesn't seem like a lot, but they were big at the time they occurred, Coach. 3 rebounds and a couple of steals in 11 minutes. Unfortunately, he got 5 fouls during that time as well, but terrific effort from Muhammad Wagee.
He got most of those fouls by energy as well. He's been an impressive. He played an impressive game, in my opinion.
And again, Coach, at the time he had to come in as the free throw is up and good by Davis. Grant Nelson had picked up 2 fouls.
In what, probably the first 6-7 minutes or something?
Or more.
Yeah.
No more than 7 minutes, you're right. Davis hits both free throws to make it 75-48. But the minutes he gave in that stretch were huge, buying a little time for Nelson to be able to get back before he ultimately got the 3rd and had to head to the bench.
Absolutely.
Nelson on the floor with 4 now as Sears drives, gets to the rim, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. And it's a good thing he got fouled, because that shot had no chance. He was not going to get far enough to the other side of the rim to get that reverse layup to go.
Well, if you watch Mark, if he goes to his left, he's so strong and so good with his body, and he knows how to kiss that ball high on the rim to get it over bigger players that are coming over to help against him. Going to his right, he doesn't have that same thing with his right hand, so he tries to get to the other side with his left hand.
Sears.
So if he had been going to the left on that play right there, he would have kissed it off the glass for probably 2.
Sears with 14 points in the ball game in 24 minutes of work. Second free throw up and good.
They're automatic.
He's been terrific. Bama leads it again by 29, 77-48 with 7:16 to go. Bama's biggest lead has been 33 on the night. Davis playing off of a screen. Goes to the right side, stops at the timeline, swings it all the way near wing. Jones' three ball is good. He's had a good second half. All of his points coming since intermission. He's got 8 to go with 6 rebounds. The lone bright spot along with Tolu Smith at times for the Dogs. Here's Reitzel working to his left, stopping top of the arc. Now going right, going downhill, gets under the basket, whips a pass to Nelson in the left corner. Nelson gets it to Diabate in the paint, drives in, pump fake shot off the glass and in. Mo Diabate a chance for an and one. He's now got 13 points in this game, Coach, to go with 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 block shots. The freshman having his best game in an Alabama uniform.
Yeah, that was a man's finish there. Drew the contact in his body, had enough strength to get it up on the rim and in.
Free throw up, free throw good. And the Crimson Tide's advantage now sits at 80-51 with 6:29 and ticking left to go. Davis working, stopping, spinning, hands it off. Finds Davis near the timeline. Backs it out. Skip pass all the way into the left corner. Too high. Ball fought for, knocked into the hands of Reitzel. Picked up by Sears. Mark weaving through traffic, going into the lane. Tough shot, left hand, no. Rebound fought for, saved by State, but deflected and stolen. Stevenson to Sears. Mark, triple team. Outside Diabate. Do it, Mo. Too strong. Sears clears the miss. Sears drives in. Tough shot, no. But he is fouled, and he'll have 2 shots upcoming.
Alabama's energy level at this point is just taking the heart away from Mississippi State. They want to say no mas. No mas.
I like that. You've gone Chips and Roberto Duran. Oh, but you turn back the clock a little bit, Coach.
That shows you how old I am.
Well, I'm right there. I knew both references.
Well, you read a lot.
History books. I color in. I don't read. Stevenson checks out of the game. Again, a great night for him. Estrada in to replace him. After making the first, Sears will try another one. It's up and good. Sears hit them both. And Bama leads it by 31 with 5:45 to play. Davis backing it out, reversing it left side to Jones. He'll drive downhill. Nice pass underneath. And the left-handed layup by Moore cuts the Bama lead to 29 again. But Sears runs the other way, flipped it over his shoulder, and a foul's going to be whistled on Mississippi State and Moore.
On that last defensive possession, Mark got caught ball watching a little bit. His guy cut on the backside, and they delivered a nice pass. That hasn't happened too many times tonight.
Gilmore guilty of the foul. Sears shooting a 1-and-1. And got it to go. Got some help from Mama across the way.
You think if they put a blindfold on him that he'd still make the free throw?
I don't know, but Mama might shoot it for him. His mother's standing up across the way. She goes through the exact same routine. Right there with him. She takes a deep breath, even though she's right-handed.
She's right-handed, yeah.
She's got the great form as well. And Mark Christopher Sears
great shirt,
knocks down
too.
Another one. That is a nice shirt. That ain't off the rack now.
No.
Scott on the drive, the layup, no good. Rebound fought for, and Diabate takes it away from Grant Nelson. He edges it ahead now to Estrada. Estrada off the screen, into the lane. Tough shot, left hand, no. Rebound tipped out. Nelson diving on the floor. He's going to get called for his 5th foul. Great effort, great hustle, but a bad break, and Nelson just got called for his 5th.
Great move by Estrada as well. He just didn't finish it.
Nelson heads out. Only 2 points, but 5 rebounds, 2 block shots, and a steal. Heck of an effort. Coach, the guys don't care about the stat line. That's the fun thing about them. They have really become a team with 9 new players and only 3 returnees that have only been here a year themselves prior to this season.
Yeah, the impressive thing is Grant Nelson had a tough night, but his wingman took care of him. They had his back.
They did indeed. Shaquille Moore hits the first of 2. Jaron Stevenson in. Mo Diabate, a well-deserved round of applause. In fact, a standing O from many of the Bama faithful, and well-deserved for that young man. Best outing in a big game, certainly, in his Bama career.
He's had an impressive night, for sure.
Moore hits them both. Cuts the Bama lead to 29. 5:06 to go. Sears playing off the screen. Goes left of the circle. Works it back beyond the arc. Hesitates. Works it back to Stevenson. Catch and shoot 3. No. And the rebound secured by the big fella Bell for Mississippi State. Long outlet pass. Goes to Moore on the right side. Gives it up to Davis. Davis looking left corner to Jones. 15 to shoot. Jones, swing pass into the right hands of Moore. Moore flips it back, right side Davis. His 3 is no good, and that's being kind. And Bama will run the other way. Front court, it'll be Sears. Changing directions in the paint. No look pass. Walters, the lay-in for 2. Great feed from Mark Sears. The catch, the finish from Walters. Bama having some fun tonight in the corner. Scott unloads it to a teammate who makes the 3. That's Shaquille Moore, who now has 11.
Great vision by Mark Sears on the last play. Good patience, great vision.
And a finish on the next possession, Coach. Little flip shot in the lane to give Bama 88-58 lead.
That had a little Jalen Brunson look to it, too.
He's got 19 on 6 of 10 shooting from the field. Inside, Bell lays it up and in. Our next whistle will get us to our final media timeout. Front court, Estrada, timeout, Nate Oates. And that is just to get us to the media break and to get some new guys in the ball game. 88-60 with 3:31 to go. The euthanization is almost over in Tuscaloosa on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
I think that Alabama's athleticism compared to Mississippi State's athleticism is a big difference.
But is Bama's effort what's causing that, I think, is what he's asking.
Oh, yeah. Now, if that's their effort has been tremendous.
Davin Cosby Jr., along with Sam Walters, Latrell Reitzel Jr., Mohamed Diabate, and Jaron Stevenson in the game for the Crimson Tide. Stevenson had it knocked away from him as he was trying to pivot, and now Moore has it for the Dogs. Throws it inside, and Jones finishes with the slam. 88-62. Bama commanding lead. Walters driving right, gives it off Cosby. Near side 3, no good. Rebound on the weak side. Diabate couldn't hang on to it. Loses it out of bounds, and State will take over. Mostly a young group, other than the veteran Latrell Reitzel, but Coach Nate Oates wants to see this group finish strong.
Yeah.
Davis looking into the low post, and there's going to be a foul whistled on Alabama. It's Mo Diabate. And going to the line will be Jimmy Bell Jr. 6'10", 280. Grad transfer from Saginaw, Michigan. Played at West Virginia prior to this.
And Chris, that was a battle between a big body and a big heart.
That's exactly right, Coach. The big body belongs to the man who missed the free throw, Bell. The big heart belonging to Diabate, who's, against most mortals, looks like a big body himself.
Yeah, he's no big body compared to him. It's about looking at Shaq, Marcus Webb versus Shaq.
I remember that. 6'7", 215 is Diabate. All muscle, though, as another free throw is missed, and Walters claims it for the Crimson Tide. State is 19 of 32 from the free throw line. Bama's 8 of 8. Driving underneath Cosby. Kicks it in the corner. Reitzel, 3, bottom. Boy, that's great unselfishness by Cosby, finding the better shot in the corner from Reitzel.
Well, it's very obvious that Alabama works on that. They do a good job of driving baseline. The other guy that's on the other side goes down to the corner, and, you know, they deliver that pass, a wide open 3.
State kicks it into the corner. On the drive, Scott flips up a shot that wouldn't go. Bell clears the miss. Bell trying to back his way down on Stevenson. Double team, poked away Diabate. Here comes Mo the other way. Gives it Ed to Cosby. Touch pass to Walters. Beautiful look, and Sam missed the dunk. Oh. Almost looked like he was trying to lay it up. Couldn't decide what to do. Missed it about 3 different ways and robbed Davin Cosby of a beautiful assist because it was a perfect touch pass towards him.
Does he get any credit for running the floor?
You'll have to ask Nate Oates. Let me ask you, would you have given credit for it?
Maybe a little, but not a lot. No.
Only when you're up 30.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
91-62 is our score, actually. A 29-point Bama lead with 2 minutes remaining. Davis with it on the drive. Bounce pass underneath and a missed dunk. It's catchy. 2 missed dunks in a row. Walters the other end for Alabama. Won't try another dunk today. Reitzel for 3. He'll do that all night long, though. Latrell with another.
Yeah, Mississippi State's not done a great job in transition of identifying the three-point shooters.
94-62. Alabama with the lead. State works it inside. Spinning shot with a left hand miss by Chol, who is seeing his first action. Alabama rebounds the miss and runs the other way. Reitzel, K2, misses that one. Rebound claimed by Scott for Mississippi State, and the Dogs will run the other way. Davis with it on the right wing. 1:11 to go. He launches one, rattles out, no good. Rebounded Diabate, and Bama will bring it ahead, and Nate Oates says call timeout. He gets a timeout so that a walk-on in Max Skarnowski will get in, but the young man who is the newest scholarship member of the basketball team, Kai Spears, checks in, awarded a scholarship this week by Nate Oates, the 6'2 freshman from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, earning that scholarship. Now Bama's at its limit of 13 scholarship players and in a good spot all alone atop the SEC standings. Diabate to Spears, driving in. Tough shot, wouldn't go, but Spears got decleated on that one and will go to the line to shoot 2. He climbed the ladder and then got pushed off the top rung.
Yes, indeed.
94-62, though. Bama with a lead with 59 seconds remaining. And Spears rattles that one in.
The crowd has not lost its enthusiasm.
They have not. We've lost a little of the crowd.
Well, they're just trying to get out of the parking lot.
They are, and we appreciate them being here, and they've earned the chance to go home early. We thank them for tuning in to us as Spears hits both free throws. Myers into the game for Mississippi State. He's going to try a 3, and he'll knock it down from the left corner. Adrian Myers, the freshman from Stevens City, Virginia, gets that one to go, making it 96-65. Cosby with the basketball, trying to drive, gives it off to Spears. Spears looking inside, Diabate. Ball gets batted around. Diabate saves it and will bring it out. They're looking to Cosby now, near side 3. That's no good. Weak side rebound, saved by Skarnowski. Into the hands of Spears. No look past Walters. The layup, no. The tip, no. Rebound scrambled for again. It was Walters, had it blocked. Skarnowski runs it down. Spears, and you know what happened. Maybe the biggest grin of the night from Nate Oates is Kai Spears gets the last bank first 3 of the night for Alabama. More the other way, a little teardrop up and in with 6.5 seconds remaining. Bama didn't think he was going to try to shoot. They didn't try to guard. But the game is going to run out. So too is the time, and strike up the band. Well, we didn't get 100 this time. That's the only thing that didn't go right this evening. Bama a big winner over Mississippi State, improving its season record to now 16-6, 8-1, all alone atop the SEC standings. State slides to 3-6 in the league, 14-8 on the year. Post game coming your way tomorrow. a moment after the 99-67 win for Alabama right here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
And Coach Hobbs, we were talking about it just a moment ago, Chris. Mark Sears doing Mark Sears things.
Yes, sir.
The assist of the game, 21 points. But truly, the story of the game was not Mark Sears.
No, there's no doubt. You're right. It was the fact that Alabama was able to defend, create transition opportunities, and even though they didn't make a lot of threes early, they hit enough to keep State honest, and then they were able to get to the basket, able to match State on the glass. The Crimson Tide out-rebounding Mississippi State 48-37, and that's something we're going to hear in a few minutes in my conversation with Nate Oates. But Coach Hobbs, Alabama's ability to bounce back from a terrible rebounding effort despite the win at Georgia against maybe the best rebounding team, or certainly one of, in the league in Mississippi State. Very, very impressive and very instrumental in the Tide getting this win.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that. I would imagine that was a point of emphasis in practice for the last few days. And you know, practice makes perfect, I guess. And in this case, they made vast improvement.
They did indeed. Bama a winner by a final score, again, of 99-67.